The newly formed Peninsula Poseidons hosted the Tidewater Sharks, who call Portsmouth home. Let's go to Newport News this evening and the Poseidon mascot. I believe they have some medication to take care of that problem. Here are the Sharks in the black and white uniforms, and quarterback James Sanford going down to Johnny Ely from the University of Richmond in the second quarter, 7-6. Sharks on top. But in the second half of play, the Sharks thought they would put this game away. Stanford to Ely once again as they hook up 13-7 Sharks. But the cheerleaders getting involved and the Poseidons also getting into this game in the final period of play. Watch the nice catch as Robert Barnes, the Hampton native out of Bethel High School, makes the catch, goes all the way in for the score. They added a field goal late, and the Poseidons go on to win their very first game in the season opener, 17-13 the score. The U.S. basketball team.
Now, when things are going right, they're going right. Fumble into the end zone, but Hayward Thaxton falls on it. Touchdown, Poseidons. Now, remember, the Sharks, defending league champs. They can score some points. James Stanford here to Johnny Ely. Puts it up in the air. Ely comes down with the touchdown, but Peninsula wins it over Tidewater, 17-13. The Sharks don't lose very often. They lose tonight. NFL action, the Bills and Packers.
The receiving end of the Brad Barker pass, netting 66 yards for the score, 14-13. And then late in the fourth quarter, this interception here by Darrell Wilson clinches the opening night win. The Poseidons winning a thriller, 14-13. And to make a little sports history in the process. The owners of the Poseidons, Ed and George Frisella, were as shocked as anyone at the turnout, and they hope to keep it going this weekend when they host the North Carolina Cardinals at 7. The Sharks will also be at home this weekend against the D.C. Metro Bulls. Ed, they're doing a lot to bash that old theory that this is not a good sport.
How's it going to end up?
Hard to say, Ed. We're going to have to wait and see, but once the colleges and high schools get cranking, that'll be a real challenge for all of these teams. They're going to have to stand up to it, or maybe they won't. And there was a time when semi-pro football was a hot item here in Hampton Roads, when the old Norfolk Neptunes regularly attracted big crowds to their games. But all that was just a thing of the past until Saturday night, when over 8,500 fans poured into Todd Stadium in Newport News to see the birth of the Peninsula Poseidons. The Poseidons held off their older cousins from the south side, the Tidewater Sharks, 17-13, setting the stage for what some folks feel is a resurgence of semi-pro football in this area. The ball now is in the losing visitors' court. The Tidewater Sharks open their third home season this weekend in Portsmouth Lawrence Stadium. And instead of being jealous of the success of their newest neighbors from the Peninsula, the defending league champion Sharks are hoping that that success will rub off, raising their attendance from a couple of hundred per game to a couple of thousand.
We've had a lot more phone calls. We've sold a lot more season tickets. We've had a lot more activity. We have a lot more sponsors.